It's time to carve the turkey, and here to show us how to do it the right way is personal chef Bill Collins from chefbill.com. Chef Bill, you're going to show us the right way to carve a turkey because there is a right way.
Yes, there is. And let me just say what the wrong way is. What a lot of people do, they kind of hack away at it. It gets to be very frustrating. And so the only rule is to take your time. I should say the second rule is do it in the kitchen. A lot of people like to do it in the dining room, and I like to say, especially at Thanksgiving, bad things happen when there are witnesses because everybody's hungry. There's usually not enough room at the table, so this way you have the countertop and you can do it without people.
Well, I think that's why they hack away at it, because everyone's sitting there watching you, and you don't want to take your time because everyone just wants to eat it.
Exactly.
So you end up just tearing it apart and getting it apart as fast as you can.
Exactly. But this way you could do it. It's very straightforward, and you can do it without being nervous, especially if you haven't carved a turkey before. I like to say that it's just like taking apart a jigsaw puzzle because the parts all fit together. So I like to start with the drumstick, and what I do is what you want to do is cut around a little bit and then cut down like that and then cut up, and what's going to happen is the joint of the bone starts to show itself, and then you just see right down in there.
Yeah.
You cut out right there, just like a jigsaw puzzle, and it comes right apart.
So you want to make sure your knife is nice and sharp, otherwise you will end up hacking away at the bird.
Absolutely. And actually, I'm glad you mentioned that about the knife, because I like to use a utility knife, a smaller knife, because you're doing so much with the shorter end of the knife. I think if you were to use a chef's knife, it's a bit too long. So this just makes it a lot easier. So the second thing after taking off the drumstick is to take the wing. And so again, same thing, kind of cut around where it connects, and this way, by doing that,
you break it right off.
Exactly.
And you did mention do this in the kitchen, so then you can make as much of a mess as you want and not have anyone staring at you.
Exactly, because that's actually another really good point, because especially if the turkey is very, very juicy.
Hopefully it is.
Yep, and that way you might get a lot of juice coming up there, so you might have some paper towel or towel there. If that goes all over your tablecloth, uh-oh. So this way, I'm just going to take the other one off like this, because it is around the side like that. And you see again how the joint just kind of pops right out there.
Yeah.
And it comes right off.
Easy.
And so now, I'm going to take the thigh off. And that's what the, just like with people, that's what the leg's connected to. And you see how it pops right out like that?
Yeah.
And you can just cut. Now, some people like to take the thigh off first and then take the leg off after that. But this way, it's done, in two pieces, and it's easier that way. Now, when you get to the breast meat, this is the part where a lot of people like to do the big, long slices.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I prefer to do what's called a hotel cut. And actually, when you take your knife, you go straight down and take the whole breast off. And the reason being is that you can then slice it exactly as you want it. Because there's so much food at Thanksgiving. If you were to give people big slices, what's going to happen is a lot of it will just get wasted. Because there's a lot of food there. So this makes it easier to do it. Be careful. This is still quite warm because you want to rest it. So if you want to hold this with tongs or a knife, you can do that.
The hotel cut.
That's what they call it.
I cannot wait to impress my friends and family on Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
With my turkey carving skills after I do this.
That's it, exactly. So now you've got it just like that. So you can cut these to whatever length you want, whatever size you want. And that way it goes right on the table just like that.
This looks like it's a juicy bird, Chef Bill.
It is a juicy bird, because another thing you want to do is a lot of times the turkeys come with a little pop-up timer. What you want to do is not pay attention to that, because that just tells you when the breast meat is done. Oftentimes the thigh takes longer. So you want an internal temperature about 170, 175 degrees. Use an infrared thermometer, and your turkey will be just fine.
Okay. Don't use the pop-up.
Don't use the pop-up. That's only my personal theory. So now, would you like to take the?
Oh no! Yes, I do.
I think you do. So that way, it's lying down a little bit.
I need practice. Okay.
Yep.
So you cut around.
Yep, that's exactly it.
This way. Oh.
Yep. Be careful. Yep.
Watch your fingers.
Oh, it's okay. I've got plenty more.
Okay.
And you might want to try cutting down just like that.
Okay. There we go.
Yep.
How's that?
And find it, pull out a little bit, and you'll see how.
Oh, the joint. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, it's fun. Gosh, you're such a good chef. This is just falling apart.
Well, it's okay. You're new at this, so that way you can see. But that's fine. So you see where it's coming apart there. So if you see it moving there, just move the knife around in there.
Okay.
See, voila.
Bam.
Perfect.
Check that out.
Perfect.
Oh, see, it's falling right off the bone.
Exactly. So now, if you want to take, see, it's easier if you kind of get the look right here, because you see how the thigh is right there.
Okay.
If you bring your knife right down there.
All right. Watch your fingers. There we go.
There you go. See? And it pops right out.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh,
Look
it
at
is
that.
warm, huh?
Yep.
And you just take it
Sure.
right off.
Yep, and you pop that right on there.
Hey, if I can do this, you can do it.
Exactly.
It's the first time I've ever done it, so.
See, this is perfect. You're ready for Thanksgiving. And then if there's the bone right up the middle because you want to put your knife down right on the other side of the bone there.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my
Right
hands
there.
away.
Yeah, please do. All right. So then,
You're doing fine. Now you might want to stand the knife up just a little bit. That's right, and just kind of work your way down.
do you feel like you're like teaching your son or daughter how to drive?
No,
Like, when you get
no,
nervous?
that's scary.
Well, this is too, I think, for you.
Oh, not at all. No,
All right, now what?
You're doing just fine. Well, this is fine. So now what you want to do is do that again because you want to really go down right alongside.
Okay.
Follow the bone right down like that, and you might even want to push it away a little bit.
Okay.
And
You make it look easy, but
well, I've done 1 or 2 of these before.
that's true.
And you're just following down along the lines of the turkey.
Okay.
See like that? So
Yeah.
do you want to take the knife
Okay,
over?
sure. It's a good thing you're here. Otherwise, I would end up just hacking away because all I want to do is eat this bird right now.
Exactly. Now watch your other hand.
Right,
That's
okay.
It.
Is
And
that
see
gonna
how
come up?
It's just a little bit more, so you
Nice.
might just want to
Right.
cut right there.
Okay. Watch your fingers. Here we go.
There you go. And so voila.
Voila, and then you can cut that.
Exactly.
And then, what are you left with?
What are you left with? Feeding all of your hungry family and guests.
And then you're done?
Then you're done because now, well, you're almost done. You can be as done as you want to be
Okay.
because you're doing quite fine with that.
All right.
So no, really, you're doing a great
And
job.
then you bring this
Bring it right over
to
there.
Okay.
So now what you can also do is trim some of these down a little bit. For instance, if you take the wing and you just kind of, same thing as we did before, and see it just breaks apart there. And you've got, the bigger pieces. You
Yep.
can also take the meat off the thighs.
Okay.
And so that way you can either put the whole big thigh out or the legs, or you can trim it off so people can just grab a little bit.
Right, because some people like the white meat, some people like the dark meat, so you want to
Exactly. So
make
you
sure they
just
can choose.
cut that up as you want, and then just
Great.
arrange it on your platter. And you can maybe put the leg like that.
Yeah, right. Make
And-
it look pretty,
exactly.
right?
Any way you want to arrange it, and you've got the food just arranged perfectly. You might want to go with a larger knife, for some of the slices.
And you're done. Well,
you're
Chef Bill,
done.
this is great. I'm just going to try your turkey to make sure that you did a good job.
Yeah, I think you do need to
I
test
think
it.
I need to test it.
It's very important.
I know, I do. And now I'm going to be great when I carve my turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for showing us how to do it.
Glad to do,
It's
Ashley.
great.